Hello. What I'm going to be speaking about today is something I'm going to call concurrent reality. And what I want to be explaining is why we have such strong reactions to the things that we react to, and why everybody seems to react so differently. I think we assume when something happens, somebody says something to us, we're assuming that we're having this strong emotional reaction because what that person did must be completely out of line. We often judge how to interpret what is going on in reality by the strength of our emotional reactions. So if, our boss said something to us, or a friend said something to us, and we have an intense reaction of being hurt or of being disrespected, we tend to judge that circumstance or what that person did by that emotion. So we say, oh, well, that must have been a mean thing to say or very disrespectful. But sometimes it's good to take pause and go, well, why is this reaction so strong? And the reason these reactions are so strong, and I want to throw in also, you could have two people in the same circumstance and their emotional reactions might be totally different. They might each hear the same comment, and they might still react negatively, but they will have a different interpretation of it, and they will be very sure that that is exactly what has happened. So why is this? And the reason is, we're not just a blank slate when we're born. We carry an energetic imprint of every lifetime that we've had on this planet, or elsewhere if you want to believe that. And what tends to happen is when we do trap some sort of negative energy in our energy field, when something happened many, many lifetimes ago, maybe we experienced a betrayal, then however we reacted to that, it might have been going into an experience of anguish or into experience of some type of emotional pain. That energy gets lodged in our energy field, and it does, unless it's cleared out, it does travel with us lifetime to lifetime. So what tends to happen is, next time something similar happens, this reaction is already there, ready and waiting. And what happens is, you're building it, making it bigger and bigger and bigger, and maybe you're adding more flavors to it, because this time a betrayal was by maybe your intimate partner. So you now have a sense of betrayal plus this sense that you can't trust people, and this all kind of energetically gets amalgamated in your energy field. And by the time you're standing here in this reality, it might be your friend that's saying something, and you might be feeling this massive sense of betrayal, and you might be thinking that what they're doing is so terrible because I feel so bad. But that feeling that you're experiencing is actually everything that you've carried through from all your other lifetimes that have got a similar flavor. So you might be feeling every betrayal you've ever had in all your past lifetimes in the present when something similar happens. And that explains why sometimes our emotions are so strong. It's like we're little toddlers, and we're having a tantrum because it's the wrong color shirt. I mean, maybe it's that sense of being out of control that the toddler is feeling, and they're not really upset about that shirt being the wrong color. Maybe it is that sense of not having control. So we are all really like that little toddler that's having a tantrum about something small, but really what we're being upset about is it's the amalgamation of all those past hurts. What do you do about it? Well, every single time something in this lifetime triggers those feelings, it's really a blessing, because it means that those things aren't going to stay hidden in your energy field. It means you have a chance to look at it, and if you do look at it, and instead of being in the reaction, if you just notice yourself like an observer, observing that reaction, observing what's going on in your inside, and try to stay as neutral as possible, you might be able to release that emotion from the past without actually making it bigger. So play around with it, but I think the first thing to do is, when you are in the grips of a reaction, is just to presence that you know, this is an energy that's been stuck in your energy field that it could have been there for many, many lifetimes. And just to notice it rather than reading a lot into it and going, you know, and experiencing it as a reality, because it might not be telling you anything about your current reality. It is definitely, though, telling you about what is in your energy field at present. So play around with it and see what you think.